Let us continue with the configurations guide, right? Uh, so I would like to, you have this TOC, right? Table of content, and you also have the housekeeping commands. So I am continuing with the housekeeping commands and showing you a bit more commands, right? How to configure them and what is the implication of those commands. Okay, good. So let's go ahead, right? We know the meaning of these commands also, why we are giving this. These are basic, known as housekeeping commands, right? Everybody, whether you are CCNA, CCNP, CCI, any part of the world, if you're a network admin, then you need to configure routers and switches sometime. So then you have to give all these basic commands, right? We will give host name to our router. And anybody who's new also, by now, you know this is a user mode. And the first command, enable, brings us to the privilege mode, or also known as enabled mode, right? And this is the global mode, right? Config mode, which looks like this, right? In the bracket config. And then we give a host name also. Now we look at some other commands. The other day we saw, remember that line console 0 command, correct? So how to give a password to our console port, correct? So where's that? I think this one we did, correct? So we know this also. I will strike off this also. Okay. ठीक है? With your permission, guys, I have struck it off. That means we have covered it. If if you have to tell me yes, only then I'll remove this. Okay. So if I don't get your confirmation, I will not. So do I have your permission to remove these three commands? And do you understood this? How to give, why to give? Yes or no? If no, if any doubts, please ask.
Sir, can you please explain if you don't mind?
Yeah, sure. Why not, Dipti? So we have a router here. Where's my notepad? Here. So we buy a new router here, right? And I take a laptop and connect it to my router, right? We'll take the cable. I'll tell you what cable it is, known as the rollover cable, right? Also known as console cable, right? Don't worry about the cable. So we take some cable and connect it. In the olden days, we had some 9-pin here, right? Olden desktops. Nowadays, you may have a USB port there, right? So you may have a USB port here, or you may have a RJ45 port there, right? Whatever connector you can either connect there or you can either connect here, if not there, right? Either of the two. Both are console port. And then I need a software on this known as Hyper Terminal or Putty or Super Putty, right? Something like this. So I will open the software, turn this on, give it power, and I'll get the output the way we see on our packet tracer. Is that okay? The way we exactly see here. So look, I am taking a router here. I just click it and I'm on the CLI. So it's booting up. See? Now I'll tell you all these commands also, explain the meaning of all these commands, whatever are relevant to us, right? Not everything. Because even a CCI in this world or planet will not be able to tell you everything about all the commands, right? Okay. So I gave you some idea that it booted up from here, started booting up, and I have told you in theory, first it will do some post, that means power on self-test, that means hardware check. Then it will load the iOS file from the flash into the RAM, that's what it's doing here. And then it's going to look at the configurations, right? So if it doesn't get any configuration where? In the NVRAM, right? So I have told you about, we have discussed some components about the routers. What are they? Internal memories or internal components of any router or switch. Yes, who can revise it for all of us? What are the internal components or the different internal memories of any router or switch? Yes,
RAM.
RAM and NVRAM.
RAM.
correct. So we have RAM, we have NVRAM, and we have what more? Which more memory? Read-only memory. What more? We have flash memory. This stores the iOS. This comprises of the iOS, right? And we got CPU and we got motherboard. So we don't have to do anything about this. They keep on doing it their own function. And we got ports also known as interfaces, right? One and the same thing. So when it's booting up, I'll take you into details more. It is doing post from within the ROM, right? Which is inside the ROM. Okay. And then second, it requires the iOS. So first is post, which is hardware check. Second, it requires iOS. So by default, it will load the iOS file from here into the RAM. And third, it goes and looks here. Do I have any commands here? No, it's blank. It's empty, right? And I'll give you more details later on. So it requires the configurations. It doesn't find any user-defined configurations inside the NVRAM. So it boots up and brings you to where? To the setup mode, which looks like this. Dash, 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 system configuration dialog. Okay. If you see like this, when it boots up, this means it is a setup mode. Now it's asking you to whether you would like to set up the device, get into setup mode. So here I told you time and again, we won't say yes, we'll say no. And straight away we come to the user mode, correct? And then we give a command enable and then configure terminal, all the same, right? So, but look what I did. I took a laptop, I took a router, and I started that, and now I'm at the user mode, right? What you see here is user mode, isn't it? So I'm configuring my router, and I require this software on my laptop known as hyperterminal or something, through which I'm going to just configure my router or switch, whatever it is. Okay. So I can see here router, right? The same way we are watching on a software here, right? This is the output. But I told you, I don't want any Tom, Dick, and Harry to just, if I'm not there, right? So bring his laptop connected and start configuring my router or viewing my command. So what I'll do is I connect from the console port, right? So I'll say line console 0 and password CCNA and then login. Now look, if I press Control Z or end or exit, whatever, I'll type here Control Z. So two steps back directly, right? Instead of exit and to the global mode and again exit to the privilege mode. And if I type here disable, I'll go to the global mode. But I will not type disable here because, sorry, if I type here disable, it will go to back to the user mode, one more step back. And from user mode, if I type exit, I'll be out of the console. So indirectly, if I type here exit, instead of disable and going to user mode and then again from their exit, coming here and out, I'm totally out, right? Now entering from the beginning, right? So it says router console is now available. Press enter. So look, now I think perhaps we have just given a console password, right? CCNA. Look, I have typed it. You didn't see anything, but my keyboard is not. Keyboard is properly working, right? Not that I have issues. Anyway, so look, console port. Now we'll configure one more password. Enable. Show run. So what did we do? We went under the console port and we set password and login. Okay. Similarly, we can set a password for auxiliary port also. So look at the physical thing. Zoom in. These are the 3 gigabit Ethernet ports, something like this. And these are the console ports, right? Either you can use this one. Look at this sky blue color console. You can use this RJ45 connector or you can use this USB port, right? Connector, whichever you want, either of the two. Depends on which connector you got, right? If this fails, you can use this. If both fails, you can use auxiliary also. But auxiliary, I told you, in the olden days, a telephone modem connection used to be from here, it used to go to a telco and remotely I could, from my laptop, start configuring, right? I could do a soft login, so a soft call in of the telephone, right? Telco networks. And then I could start configuring this device, but that's not in your course. So, but if both of them fail now, I can use the third auxiliary port also as a console port, right? So I can connect my laptop here and I can give this power on and start configuring from my laptop using a software known as hyperterminal or putty or whatever. Okay. Is this clear, everybody? So I don't want anybody to just connect his cable here and again start working. So I would like to secure my auxiliary port also. AUX, auxiliary port. So what do I do? From the privilege mode, we go and give a command configure terminal. We come to the global mode and I'll say line AUX 0. Okay. If you don't know what to give, press question mark. From the global mode, From A to Z, you can give so many commands. Dil mange more. That means more. See that last line. More means there are some more commands yet to be displayed. But how do you want to have a look at them? Line by line, then press enter, 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 enter. Keep on pressing enter, enter, right? One line, one command. It will keep on displaying. If I don't want to look anything further, I can press tab. That means break. So it's not showing me anything. Once again, a demo, just a question mark, right? A to Z, just a question mark. A to Z, displaying what all commands. These are the commands, and this is what the command does. Description of the command. This is some command, and this is what is a description of whatever that command is, right? This is some command, and this is what that command does. Okay, for example. Okay, so and so enter means one line, tab means break, and space bar means it will keep on showing me more commands, right? Let's say from top to bottom there are 15 or 20 lines. So it may keep on displaying me maybe if there are 40 commands left, then I'll have to press one space bar. It will display the next 20 commands and one more time space bar. So it will display finally maybe the last 20 commands. Or if there are 100 more commands left, so I'll have to press one space. So it will display maybe the next 20 commands and likewise again space. So I'll keep it, press it 5 times maybe. So section wise 50, 20, 20, 20 commands. Just an example, right? It will keep on displaying me for the commands, right? So look, space, space, I press twice. So it's showing me whatever commands. Okay, Karthik is experiencing some network issues. Okay, blackout in Chandigarh. Oh man, John. Okay, Karthik, no problem. Right. And so, yes, guys, if you have any doubts or questions, please keep on asking. Otherwise, I will keep on going now. All okay till this point? So now what do I do? Line, AUX, line, again, question mark. So after line, I can give some number. Or see, everything is not in our course. Or now, console we have given. So auxiliary I am giving now, right? And we have VTY also, telnet ports. Okay, so wait. Line, A tab, auxiliary, and I can give a number 0. So basically from the global mode, I'm just going to type line aux 0. And again, some password. Here I'm just keeping it simple and same. Password CCNA and again login. Got it? Now if somebody tries to connect a cable to the auxiliary port, he will be asked for a password. Right? So only the right guy can get in, and the wrong guys who don't know the password will obviously not be able to get access to the user mode. Okay. So do show run. So now console port we know how to give a password, and we know also know auxiliary port how to give a password. Right now, telnet. Look, there are 5 telnet ports logical for remote management. Right. So which means what? Which means this, something like this. Say what? Hmm. I'm a PC. I'm connected to switch router. So maybe I can tell it from here to here, or maybe this is in India and we have a branch, let's say in Australia, right? Australia. So maybe I can switch and another PC or whatever, right? Devices you have. So I can from here turn it into this guy or this guy, or if through the WAN connection, if everything is okay, this guy or any device, right? If I have just need connectivity, switch or router, whatever. So now the router has got 5 telnet ports, logical, right? 0 to 4. Switch has got 15, 0 to 15 ports, 16 ports. That means 16 different people can telnet into this guy simultaneously. Are you getting it? Okay. And router, because there are 5 logical ports, 0 to 4. These ports are known as VTY ports, virtual terminal ports or telnet ports. Right. So 5 people can simultaneously telnet into me. I am a router. So, but only the right guy should be able to tell it, right? So what I'll do is head office, I'll tell my branch admins, hello, give this password to your router or switch, whatever. And then I can tell it into it. Of course, I need to have connection also, connectivity. So I'm presuming that we have all the LAN, WAN, whatever connectivity we have. After that, now I can turn it into that router. So I am a router here. Let me give host name. Let's say R1. And now if I want others to telnet into me, I'll go to my line. I'll say line VTY space 0 space 4. That means a range of all the 5 ports, right? 0 to 4. So, and I'll say now password, simple CCNA and same command login. That's it. Now, R1. Okay, this one. So we have, so let's say now, okay. Where did I give this command, guys?
Just one question, like mentioned that with the VTY can
Hmm.
have
Yeah,
like five users can connect, right?
yeah. Not users,
So it will not
not
conflict.
users. 5 admins can telnet into me. I'm a router. Not, we are not talking about this company's end users. There
Okay,
are 1,000 end users. Got it? We are only
right,
talking
right.
about admins.
So five admins can log into a router and to that.
Correct.
So
Correct.
is it
Correct.
okay? Like my understanding,
Yeah, yeah. Simultaneously, 5 people can. Okay.
and if
S-
there are commands and if it is conflicting with one each other, is it okay?
There's no conflict. If the connection is
No
there,
conflict.
see, look, this is what 1013, right? This everybody knows. Now, this we have the basic topology we have
Okay,
configured, isn't it?
I understand.
1012, 1013. So now let me go on this router only and let me show you. So, okay, let me go on this PC first and give a command. Ping 10111. Does it ping my default? It's default gateway. It's default gateway. That means the router. So I'm a PC now, right? Ping 10.1.1.1. Can it ping? Yes, it can ping. Okay. So ये तो समझ में आ रहा है ना सबको, understanding this much. Now I'll give a command telnet 10.1.1.1. Okay. But this is not a real router, but it's a simulator. But so 95% things are okay. Sometimes the output will be slightly different on the real router, but that's okay. We understand the purpose. Okay, so it says open, but I am not able to get into R1. That means I can't configure it remotely. That's because I have not configured the telnet port, right? Look, so I have not set the password. Configure terminal line VTY space 0 space 4 password CCNA. And then I'll say login. Okay, done. Very good. Now let's go and on the PC and again try and telnet. Now this time we should be able to telnet. Okay, look. See this password. Okay. So now the password I'm going to type here CCNA. Done. Look, I have not gotten up. I have not got up from the chair. I'm sitting on the PC. I'm the admin guy, and I have turned it into Australia's or whatever. You get it from the head office, maybe
So
your
can you show
remote.
it again? Just missed something.
What do
Can
I
you
show you?
just show
The routers
like
command
at the router what how you ensure that VTY can be done?
on the router. I went on the
Hmm.
global mode and I typed
Okay.
line VTY 0 space 4. And then I
So
came under
what
the
does that
line mode and I set a password and
like
I
for like line VTY 0 to 4? That means all four ports, five ports are
correct, correct.
operational on
It's a range of 5 ports,
range of right.
right? So for all the ports I have given same password.
Okay. Okay.
ठीक है?
And from the PC, what command we gave?
Sorry, from the basic?
From the PC.
From the PC. So look, this is R1. Let's say this is R2. Let's say this is switch 2. Okay? Switch 1. So what if this guy gets into this? Fine. What after this? This guy also gets into this. He can also get in, right? What if this guy also gets in? What if this guy also gets in? So, but I don't know which port, right? Line number, right? VTY 0 port or first port or second or third or fourth, right? Maybe this guy got in through line 0 port. This guy got in through first port, right? This guy got in through second port. So I don't know which port is empty, right? So maybe now when I get into this guy, I'll get in through third port. Got it? So one more guy can get into this. Maybe R3. connection is there, he can also get into this. Okay, so from this port. But anybody else tries now, he will not be able to get into this. Why? Because all the 5 ports are occupied. Okay. So now you understood telnet. So how did you telnet from the PC into the router? Okay. So I'm just giving you the command right now. Now if I say exit, so what happens? Look. Okay, sorry. I am on R1. Now where am I? Let me go into R1. So I'll say telnet 10 Okay. CCNA. Sorry, CCNA. Okay. So look. Okay. That says no password. So now there's one more password. Okay, where am I? I'm here. Let's say now when I click here, that means I'm connected to the console, right? Imagine. So I said, see, I told you about exit, right? So I'm out of the console. Now I'm trying to connect it to the console port, and hey, I haven't set the console password here. I took the extra PC, extra router, right? Spare one. Let me configure here only. Configure terminal. And what do I say? Uh, line console 0 password CCNA and login. And line VTY space 0 space 4. Now this command I could have typed here exit and gone back one step to the global mode and then again typed line VTY04. That's okay. I can type from here only. But now I am no more under console line. I am under now telnet line VTY04. So again I'll say CCNA. Sorry, password CCNA, and then login. Okay. So now for line auxiliary also I can say line AUX0 and password CCNA and then again login. Same commands. Do, show, run. Okay. Now look, anybody tries to get into me, I'm a router to console port. If he knows the right password, he can get in. Otherwise, thank you so much. Right? He won't be able to. And likewise, if somebody tries to get into access by me, I'm a router, access me or the access router to the auxiliary port. If he knows the right password, then he will be able to. Otherwise, right, he will not be able to. Likewise, only those who know the password, they will be able to tell it into me. Otherwise, others won't be able to. So now let me try and tell it from here. So look at this. I am already in the router, right? But it says, okay, no password. So exit. So I'm back on PC. Okay. Telnet. Okay. I am into the router, right? So remote management. Without getting it from my chair, I can from India, I can tell it into my router's branch office, Australia's router switch, whatever. Provided the password has been set and he has told me what the password is and the connection is there and there is no firewall which is going to prohibit me from telnetting into that device. Okay, so all presumption. But look, now after, okay, so look here, exit, a one step back, right? Again, exit, one more step back. So instead of twice exit, I could have just typed here end or Control Z. I would have straight away come here, but that's okay. Now, if I type here exit, if I type disable, then I will go to user mode. From there, if I type exit, I will be out like this. So R1 console 0 now available. Press return. Okay. Now look, this is the console port, right? CCNA. Right now I'm giving enable, and I want one more password here. Yeah, I don't want anybody to one more check here before going to the privilege mode. Okay. I want to configure one more password.
खाना वाना बना रही थी मैं तो
Okay. So one more password here. So what we'll do is configure terminal and I'll say enable password. And I'll give whatever you want to do. Monkey, donkey, let's say. Okay. So I give name monkey, donkey. Let's say MD stands for monkey, donkey. I could have typed full MONKY, DONKY without a gap. Do show run. Look, enable password. You just created this. Okay. When is this asked? Control Z, disable. So from privilege mode, I am back one step to the user mode. From user mode, I am again going ahead by saying enable to the privilege mode. But now it's asking me once more password. CCNA. Okay, sorry. This is monkey, capital M, capital D, donkey. Okay, understood. Look at this exit. Which is this password, guys? Yeah, who can tell me? Which is this password? First entry from the console port. Imagine table, laptop, router. Take my cable, connect the laptop and router, and I am trying to configure from my console port. Physical. Both are within 1 meter. I can touch both of the devices. Imagine that scenario. Which is this password, guys?
CCNA.
Thank you so much. But don't tell me CCNA, Dipti. I know it's CCNA. You all also know. Anything else? Is it telnet password? Is it auxiliary password? Is it console password? Which one? Hello, hello. Aditya, Dipti, Neeraj. Start from scratch, na? Zero. How are you accessing the router? You have the table, right? You have the router in front of you. You have the laptop in front of you. You connect the router. Where do you connect the cable on the router?
RJ45.
Dipti, RJ45 is the name of the connector. But which port do you connect to? Which port? Do you connect to the console port or auxiliary port or telnet ports which are not visible? Telnet are logical port, 5 ports inside the router. They are software only ports. Where do you connect the cable from the laptop? Hmm. Hello, hello.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Where do you connect?
Sir,
We can
auxiliary.
connect at the auxiliary or
Sir, auxiliary.
RJ45. RJ45 or
Management port. Which is that?
no idea.
Okay,
What
console.
the same?
Console, man.
Okay. So the other name for the console is management port, right?
Yeah, sky blue. Look at the sky blue. Can you see the sky blue?
Okay. Yes, yes, I can see.
Here, either this RJ45 or this USB, either of the two.
Right, right.
So,
So I'm just having a question like console and the management port are the same, right?
yes.
Okay. And one thing more like VT, why there are five, virtual connection, virtual
Virtual ports.
ports can be created. So it includes one for one. It includes for auxiliary as well as
No, no, no,
this
no, 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 no. They are
RJ45.
different. They are different. So, see, somebody can, how do you telnet into me? I am a router. So you can come from this side, from the switch, or from this
Right,
PC, or anybody, right? Here
right,
on R1.
right,
Or
right.
maybe you can come through the WAN, right, from the branch. Got it? So maybe this is
Got it.
gigabit 0 port, this is gigabit 1. If at all somebody
Okay,
comes from the other branch, he will come from Australia's packet, I mean, right? It will get into G1 and then
okay,
they will, right? Or whether you come from the LAN, right? Wherever you come, but inside I got software only 5 ports. LAN VTY 0 to 4 ports. So you may land up on
okay.
any of these ports. Got it?
So it includes all the whether the person is connecting directly to the router or whether it is connecting via the telnet, right?
In
It
case of
includes
directly,
everything
how do you connect? In case of directly, how do you connect?
via this via this console port
Directly, aux or console?
directly.
Directly मतलब cable no sir.
Directly.
Ethernet.
Aux port.
When directly is management port, console port,
Yeah, that is what I'm saying with the from the aux port.
not aux, console port. Why would you get through aux
So
port?
you mentioned like the we can connect to the router via the aux or this RJ45 and both are console, right? Both are
But
coming under the
but
console.
what am I saying is first where will you connect?
Okay. At the
First
console.
you will
Console
connect
port.
the console ports. In case my child take a screw or my wife takes a screwdriver and breaks this, Assuming I got my own lab and I got my own physical routers, right? We have a fight. She got a but what a ridiculous example I'm giving. Wonderful. She brings a screwdriver and breaks this. Why? Because I didn't bring mangoes for her, right? Oh, and she breaks this also. Then I have the last choice, auxiliary port, right? Don't jump into auxiliary port. I mean, you may say, "What man, DJ? I will connect here. What's your problem?" Even if they both are working, no problem issue, right? But this was originally meant for the cable going towards a telco. You get it? And remotely, then somebody could have made a soft telephone call, and then through modems should have been connected, and it was actually meant for that.
Okay.
But because those technology and those days have gone away, now I am finally telling you that okay, it's like I just got a cricket bat, but I can play hockey with it also. You get it? Because now everybody has come with hockey sticks and hockey ball. So I just have a cricket bat and not a hockey stick. So I'll start. I mean, I'm talking. Imagine I'm in 10th class or 8th class. I'm a kid, right? And I'll start playing hockey with my bat only, yeah. Because you guys have a hockey bat and I don't have a hockey bat. So you get it. But don't put the cricket bat to hockey use. I mean, unless and until both the ports fail, well, again, you can argue, man, what's your problem, DJ? No, I don't have any problem. But you get the point. Do you get the point? First is either this one USB or RJ45. And a couple of for so many decades, this Cisco had only this one RJ45 port. It didn't have this USB port also. You get it? If you talk about 10, 15 years ago, or 20 years ago, or 25 years ago, the console port was only one RJ45. There was no USB port also. But now Cisco has got choice. It's given you two ports, console. But one thing will work at a time, either this one or that one. And if both fail, now we have the choice to connect it to auxiliary. So don't jump into auxiliary port. I know what you're telling. You're telling me even if both are okay, I can connect my laptop cable to auxiliary port, then also it will work. Yeah, it will work. But its original role was, you get it? To the cable going towards the telco, and so that remotely somebody could through modems, and the router was connected to the modem, and at home my laptop or desktop would have been connected to a modem, and in between there would have been a telco. I have shown you a diagram, right? Isn't it? समझ में आ रहा है ना? Understanding what I am trying to say? Yes or no? Yes or no? If no, then tell me no. This was a telco in the olden days, telephone companies, right? And from here a telephone modem was connected. Modem modulates, demodulates. Now these things are out of syllabus, and this is my router, and this used to be the auxiliary port, right? And at home also, my laptop used to connect to the modem, right? And this is my home. Of course, my home will have my modem also, right? And I have a laptop. This used to connect to the modem, and modem used to connect to telco, and then so remotely I could make a soft call and then configure it. This was the original purpose, right? And console port would have been somewhere here, and my laptop would have been somewhere here, and I would have been sitting here. You get it? And then turn on this hyper terminal and get user mode and all those things. Okay? समझ में आ रहा है? Understood? Now the difference is clear or not? This is your console port. Hello, hello. But you're telling me, no, I am not going to connect it here. I'm going to connect it here. Now it will work, man. No issue because we don't have all these things. ठीक है? Yes or no? Hello, hello, guys. Don't create complications.
पर एक बार फिर से
So once more, please.
See what I'm telling you. What was the original purpose of auxiliary port? I got a table here.
for the auxiliary port, it was for the telephone line earlier in
Yeah,
the earlier
that's it.
days.
Full stop. Right?
That's it.
And that's it. So what's your problem now? This is a table. I have a router here. I am sitting here. Right? This is my head. Okay, whatever. I am sitting on a chair. I have a laptop here. And I'm going to connect a cable on my console port to begin with. Right? This can be USB. This can be USB today. Right? Or you can have a connector here. Right? USB to, because laptop has got a USB and this guy has got a RJ45. It's an old router. What do you do now? Okay, so don't worry. You get a converter. Here you will have USB port and here you will have RJ45 port, right? put the insert the cable here, insert the cable there. If you both are USB, straight away connect it. You get the point? How do you connect? Where do you connect?
Yes, yes.
Console port.
Got it.
Whether RJ45 or USB is not important. So the question of auxiliary doesn't come, right? But
Right, sir. Fine.
But if both of them, I mean, both of them are dead, as I said, I give you a fictitious story. Right? Wife sent me to send me to some mangoes. I didn't get it. She got annoyed. She brought a screwdriver, broke my both the ports, RJ45 console as well as a USB blue one, whatever. Now I'm only left with what? Which one? Auxiliary port. I can
Auxiliary.
still connect my laptop there. But the original purpose was not this. ठीक है? See, don't create complications. Understand. Otherwise, what happen is in the 6 months also I'll not be able to complete the course. You get my point,
Fair enough,
please.
sir. Fine. Fine.
So please cooperate with me
Yes.
also. Right? We can't keep on going at this speed. We have to come at this speed. Actually, this speed is what is required. The professionals go at this speed, but I will take you at this speed. But if you really bog me down and pull me down, then my train will not start only. You get it? It will never reach the destination. So I understand that you guys are new, but so you also make it a point to a little bit, right? And get the point. And so otherwise my course is going too slow, man. Got it? So we'll have to be a bit more faster. At the same time, I want you guys to understand. But yes, you keep on asking your questions. I'm not stopping you. ठीक है? So auxiliary port, now you know how to configure the auxiliary port, set a password for console port and telnet also. Okay. Now I am going here and let me ping from the switch. Enable. Show interface VLAN 1. We know we have given an IP address to this guy. This is up and up. We have said no shut and we have given already 10.1.2. So I'm going to ping my, if I just say P, it's also okay. 10 router, right? 10.1.1.1. I'm checking connectivity. Switch to router. We have connectivity. Wonderful, right? So 4 packets came back. No problem. So now, okay, it says my internet connection is unstable. So if I lose it, please be hang there. I'll just join in case I lose the connection. Now I'm going to say
Sir, unable
telnet.
to hear you.
You can't hear me? Yeah, that's because I got some internet issue. I got a message on my screen that my internet connection is unstable. Got it? Airtel. So I said if I lose my connection, please hang there. I'll join in a minute. Is that okay, everybody? Hello, hello.
Yes, sir.
Dipti.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Fine.
So look, from my switch also I have turned it into my router CCNA. Okay. Exit. I'm back on my switch without getting up. Okay. So I'm just giving a demo of telnet. So now we know how to configure telnet passwords. We know how to configure auxiliary password. Look, 5 minutes if I don't touch my keyboard, it will throw me out. CCNA. What is this password? Which was this password now? Tell me. How am I trying to connect to the laptop? My laptop and router. So which port I am getting into accessing the router? Which port? Yes. Which port am I trying to access the router through? Table, router, laptop. How am I connecting? Where am I going to connect the cable? Where?
Console port.
Correct. Finally, which port? Console, which is also known as the management port.
Management port.
No doubts here on this. Correct?
Correct, sir.
Good. Thank you so much. Catch it. Now, so which is this password? Which is this password I gave to come up to the user mode? Hmm? That's the console password. That's what we
Okay.
had said
Console
this.
password.
That's what we had said this. Understood? So if any Tom, Dick and Harry comes and connects the laptop to the, because I'm not there, right, to the router's console port, he doesn't have the password. You understand? Yes or no? I have taken away my laptop. Router is lying on the table only. Let's say it's a lab, right? Not a company. And look, this guy, when he connects his laptop to the console port, right, turns on the router, he's getting this. He doesn't know this, he will walk away. He's not getting access to the user mode also. Get it? When I come back, when I keep my turn on my router, connect the cable to the console port, which is management port, right? Because I need to configure or verify the commands, right? Maybe in an institute, it's not a real company. So then it's asking me for a password. So this is what, where am I connecting to the console port? So this is a console password, CCNA. Understood? Yes, guys. But look, I want to check that guy, give him one more check, right? I want to put one more barrier, one more password. After user mode, if he types enable, he should not be able to give an access to privilege mode, because here very few commands very few things he can do. But once here, then he can do anything and everything. So I want to put one more wall here. I mean a firewall here. Firewall in the sense, one more check here. So once more, it should ask for a password after user mode enable and not bring him to the privilege mode. One more time, it should ask this. How do you set that? We configure that enable password. We go to the global mode, conf t, and type here enable password monkey donkey. Do show run. Look at this. Now, where am I? Global mode, I'll type exit. I'm at the privilege mode. I'll type exit. Okay. Now, which is this password? Physical connection. He know.
Console.
Correct. Console, that means CCNA. Right? So I didn't want to hear from you guys CCNA, which is perfect. I wanted to hear this console port. Got it? Now I am again typing enable. Now which is this password?
The router password that we gave now.
Which one? So now you can tell me enable password. Whether that's monkey donkey or king or queen, that's a different issue. Or CCNA or CCNP or PCNA, whatever. You get my point, what I am expecting from your
Yes.
side. You can tell me this is the enable password. So I am not interested in knowing whether this is monkey donkey or XYZ. You get the point. We all know this, whatever it is, monkey donkey or XYZ. I just want to make sure that you guys are understanding what I am trying to say. This is your MD, monkey donkey. So I am typing here MD. Got it? So this is your enable password. This was your first is console password. First entry. It's like somebody knocking on my flat outside. May I come in? Knock, knock, knock. What's your console password? CCNA. So I make him sit in the user mode. He's trying to get into my kitchen and bedrooms. I ask him one more password to get into my bedroom or kitchens. Got it? You getting something like this. So if he
Yes,
doesn't
yes.
know, he will not be able to come to the privilege mode. That means once he's here, right? Once he crosses this, that means he can get into my bedroom and bathroom and kitchen and everything. You get the point? Something like this. So first is console password. Second was enable password. But the problem with this is an old one. Enable password, somebody standing behind me can over my shoulder, he can see, oh, this is capital MD, right? Whatever it means. I see because this is when the router stores it in the RAM, storing in the clear text. So after this, Cisco came out with one more thing. So let's go on the global mode and type enable secret. Now this is what I want to make it CCIE. Remember this, huh? I keep on forgetting. CCI. Good. What's the difference between? Okay, so if I want to remove this command, I'll say up arrow, Control A, cursor to the beginning of line. Can you see that? No space. Control E, cursor goes to the end of the line. See that cursor? Control A, beginning of the line. Control E, end of the line. Okay, I want to remove this. Okay, it says don't type this, only type this. It will go away. So whether it was monkey donkey or CCI, it doesn't make any difference. Okay, do show run. So I have only one monkey donkey. Fine. Now I'm going to type enable secret, which is better. Enable secret. And again, I'm going to type monkey donkey. So it won't take this because it says, man, both these passwords cannot be same. They have to be different. So if I type this, it will say, hey, you DJ idiot. The enable secret you have chosen is the same. Right? This is not recommended. Change it. Right? Something like this. Okay, so I'll say, okay, enable, sorry, enable secret. Now I'll make it something else. Okay. Remember CCI. Now look what's the difference. Do, show, run. Enable secret when it saves it encrypted or hashed, whatever you call it, but not in clear text like this one. One thing, both of them cannot be same. Secondly, when it saves enable password, it stores in the RAM, it saves in clear text, stores it, right? But enable secret, it somehow encrypts or any whatever, right? Hashes and then saves it. This 5 popped up automatically because it used MD5 message digest 5 algorithm to hash this password, right? Or encrypt it, let us say. Okay. So we know this is CCI. Only we know it. Okay. Now look, exit, exit. Once again, ABCD. What is this password, guys? Once again, KG class, beginning from ABCD.
Console password.
Hmm. What was that? Small
None.
CCNA. Small CCNA? Okay,
It's
good. Enable. What is this password?
MD.
So I am typing here MD. It didn't take. It is not MD. So when both are there, which is the better one? Enable password or enable secret? Enable secret because it shares in hash value or encrypted. So I'll type here capital CCI. Look, it works. Understood, guys?
Got
So
it.
which is better?
Secret one.
Correct, correct. Sorry. Yes, this is the better one. Okay. If you want to remove
Got
it,
it.
go on the global mode and say no enable password. This will be gone. Don't type this. Go on the global mode and just type no enable secret. This will also be gone. Okay. If you want to remove this, go on the global mode and type hostname. Sorry, no hostname R1. It will come back to default router only. Hostname will become ROUTR, the way it came from the factory. समझ में आ रहा है दोस्तों? Understanding? So we have learned how to give hostname. Now we know enable secret and enable password. Both cannot be same. And if both are there, it will ask you only for one secret one. If you go and remove the secret, no enable secret, then it will ask for password. If you have none of them, then from the user mode, if you type enable, it will straight away take you to the privilege mode. I mean, it will take you to the next mode, privilege mode. समझ में आ गया? And this is where we begin with. This was the old case through modems, through soft telephone call and all those things. And this is a talent password. Is it clear, guys? Everybody? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Good. Look at this. I am taking a PC here. This is V with the admins. And I'm again taking a normal switch, layer 2 switch. And I'm again going to take, our company has got lots of end users. So I'm pressing control and we got 100 users here, whatever, or 10 users. So I'm going to take a cable, press control and click on the auto cable. So I don't have to, okay. So I'm going to connect this and I'm going to connect. I don't have to go back again and again to fetch the cable. This is how we make a LAN. Okay, Ethernet ports. Of course, RJ45 connectors maybe. Maybe they are copper cables, Cat5, Cat6, Cat7, whatever. Cat8. Okay. Okay. So these are your end users. They are Python experts, they are software engineers, they are coders, they are developers. They have nothing to do with your user mode and router and switch commands, right? It is me who has done the CCNA, CCNP, or CCI, whatever. It is my job here to connect to the console port. So I'm going to use RS232 and I'm going to connect to the console port. Get it? This is the management guy. This connection is known as out of band connection. OOB, out of band, right? That means through this channel, end user traffic is not flowing, get it? But when he also flowing along with the end users, now imagine there are 40 pieces connected under this switch, right on the left, yeah, and he's also going connecting to the he's telnetting into the router, right? Because he's remotely doing it. But his packet is going to flow through the same channel where all the end user traffic is going to flow also. That is known as in-band connection, right? This is out of band because end user traffic is not flowing through this. Okay. So you'll have to read many things in the books also. So this is the way. So this is your console port, remember, actually. So you can take a sticky note from above and I can type here. Look at the sky blue color. Did you see that? What color? What color is it on the router? Is it? What color is there on the physical? I have showed you this. Zoom in. What is this color?
Yeah,
Can you
blue
see
color.
this
It was
sky
blue color.
blue? Right? Sky blue.
Right. So
I'm pinpointing
background is
this. Yeah. So I'm pinpointing this because I was running a physical institute for lot of years, 18, 20 years. So I had 15, 20 routers like this. I had spent 15, 15, 20 lakh rupees on lot of routers and ASA firewall, right? And layer 3 switches. So I have spent money on a single day around 20 years ago. I had given 6 lakhs rupees in cash and I had taken 4 layer 3 router switches, right? Layer 3 switches on single evening. I mean, I had booked it, ordered, and whatever. So the console cable I got from Cisco was sky blue. I still have it. Get it? It is sky blue. Well, it can be any color, right? Today you can make it at home. If you're a hardware engineer, you can have black and white or whatever. But from Cisco, we get to sky blue. So it can be any color, right? But you get the point. This is your Ethernet port. These are your Ethernet ports. Look at this gigabit 000 port, console port, right? And telnet, anybody can telnet any of these PCs or the switch can telnet into router. Okay, or even this PC can turn it into this router, provided connectivity is there and this guy has given the password and he knows it. And of course, there's no firewall which is prohibiting this user from telnetting into this device. Okay. And you can imagine there's a cloud in between R2 and R3, right? So WAN, this is in India, that's in Germany, whatever, or Australia, whatever. Okay, clearer? Anything, any doubts now? Is it okay?
Yeah, it
Understanding?
is okay, sir.
Good. So now we are proceeding with the commands. Where is our TOC? Now, so have you understood these two commands? Can I strike it off?
Yes, sir.
Good. Thank you so
Yes.
much. And now, have you understood this? Can I remove them? Auxiliary port, just in case.
Yes, yes.
Okay. And console I have removed. And can I remove these now? Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Good. Thank you. Now, two commands, see, they are common for everybody. Logging synchronous and no exit timeout. Logging synchronous and they are common under all these things. For console port also you can give. For auxiliary port you can also give. Right? You can give. And for VTY, for telnet also you can give. Same commands, right? Now let me tell you what it is, what it means. So if I don't touch the password, the by default, sorry, if I don't touch the my keyboard, what will happen? If you don't touch the keyboard for 5 minutes, what will happen? So it should throw, if I don't touch the keyboard now for 5 minutes, but 5 minutes now, what do I do? We can't even see each other, right? I mean, had we been in the physical class, I would have seen your faces. You could have seen my face, right? Oh, right. Eye to eye connection would have been there. And then I would have looked at your face and understand and okay, this guy is understanding it easily, this guy is having difficulty understanding, whatever, right? Even if it's not asking question. But 5 minutes is a long time. So I can get up from here, I can walk around, I can come back after 5 minutes. Long time, right? Maybe sip some tea and come back. But if I don't touch my keyboard for 5 minutes, so the default session timeout is how much? 5 minutes. It will, after 5 minutes, if you come back, you will see here what? Not R1 privilege mode. You will come here and you will see R1 console 0 now available, and then press enter to get started. Only 2 lines. And then what do we do? I look into my keyboard and press enter key. And then it will ask me for a password. Then I'll type there CCNA. Then it will bring me to the user mode. Then I'll type there enable. Then I'll type there enable. Then it will ask me for one more password. Which is that password? Obviously enable secret. Correct? Of the two and not enable password.
CCNA.
And then I'll come to the
CCNA.
privilege mode where I'm here. And then I'll type maybe config or show commands, right? Show IP interface brief or show run or whatever commands, right? Or if I want to go ahead and change the host name or give a host name, I'll type here configure terminal and go to the global mode or config mode and I'll give my host name. Or from the global mode, I can go further to interface gigabit 000 and I'll come under interface mode and I'll give maybe no shut command first or IP address command first, right? Maybe IP address, for example, 10.1.1.1 and some subnet mask space 255 dot blah 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 255.255.0 and again enter and then no shut, right? To enable that port, presuming it was disabled from the factory. But why is it not going, man? So I thought I am doing all this blah 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 talking so that it will take 5 minutes and when I open it, it will show me that it's here, right? When you open this after 2 minutes, you'll only see these 2 lines. After 5 minutes, sorry. Got it? So what's the default timer? Console timeout? It is 5 minutes. Look at this. Spare one, right? So see, session timeout, right? Press enter. Now I have pressed enter. So if you don't touch the router, it will throw you out in 5 minutes. Okay. So look, press enter to get started, right? Look, you see only this much. Press enter to get started. Okay, this is OSPF commands. Services log message coming up. So let me go there on the router and check. Man, this idiot, it should go away, man. It should show me that router. It should show me a output like this. What? Press enter to get started and press return to, sorry, R1 or router console 0 now available, right? Like this. R1 console 0 is now available and press enter. Only these two messages, it will show you automatically after how much? So by default, the session timer is how much? 5 minutes. Okay. So it should have gone by now had it been a real router. So what do I do here? Show run. So I'll space. Line console 0. So now look, I'll say here configure terminal. But in this course and lab, because I am a learner, I am learning it, I'll say line console 0 exec timeout exec dash t timeout. I'll press here 0 minutes and 0 seconds. So I'll just type here exec timeout 00. Alternatively, you can type no exec timeout, right? Same things. Now what? So I told my router, hey, router, forget 5 minutes, 5 hours or 5 weeks or 5 months. Even if I don't touch my keyboard, you stay here only. I don't want you to create me nuisance every time. Because supposing, as I told you, assume if I don't touch the keyboard now for 5 minutes, walk away. And if I come after 5 minutes, I will not see this on the screen. What will I see? R1 console 0 now available. Press return to get started. Got it? Again, I'll press that. Again, we'll have to give the console password. Then I will have to come to, I will come to the user mode again, enable secret, monkey donkey or CCI, again to the private mode, again conf-t, and again global mode, right? Or whatever. So don't move from here, stay here only. Got it? But if you want to say set up session timeout, then you can say exec timeout, maybe 1 minute, 0 seconds. Got it? Now look, I have reduced it to 1 minute, 0 second because real company, I want to keep the window very small, right? But don't make it 0 1. Otherwise, it will be 1 second only. In 1 second, it will throw me out, right? But I have kept it 1 minute. Supposing if my colleague says, "Hey, DJ, go quick, 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 boss is calling you," so I run out. But my jealous colleague, one more, right? He's jealous of me. So I'm just giving you a fairy tale story, man. When he comes and changes the configurations, what will happen? Lease line configurations, VPN configurations, my security configurations, right? Whatever configurations. If I changes, right? I'm just giving you a fairy tale story. In my absence, he is jealous of me. And like James Bond movies, we are trying to play some stories. He changes some commands, and boss is going to kick me out of the job, right? Because my VPN has come down, my security, he has deleted some commands on my router, right? So I don't want to leave that window open for 5 minutes. 5 minutes is a long time. But I hope now within 60 seconds, look, 60 seconds over. So 5 minutes also it should have done this way only, but 5 minutes is a long time. You get my point? So what did we say? Now this is enable secret, sorry, not enable secret, console password CCNA. This is CCIE, enable secret. See that? Show run. So only you know this CCIE. Nobody knows this. So first one was this password, right? Console. First one was console password before the user mode, right? After the user mode, we give enable secret. Got it? This is CCI. Now everything is okay. So, and logging synchronous, got it? Sorry, no exec timeout or exec timeout 1 0. Understood this? This was by default how much? 5 minutes and 0 seconds. So in 5 minutes, if I don't touch the keyboard, it should throw me out like this, but I made it shorter so that we don't have to wait for a long time. Again, I will go and say configure terminal line console 0, and I'll say exec timeout. It is by default 5 minutes, 0 seconds, but I'll say 0 0. So stay here and don't harass me, right? Whatever amount of time. So don't session timeout. Okay, now one more thing, last command, logging synchronous. Now this is difficult to demonstrate because we are not on a real router. But what this does is, I'll have to just explain you one theory. So what commands have we seen under line console 0 or auxiliary 0 or VTY 0, right? Line console 0 or auxiliary 0 or VTY 0. We said we came under line mode and we said password something. Let's keep it simple, CCNA. And then we said login. Because if you don't give this, right, this guy won't come to interrupt, right, and stop. Got it? If you don't say this, if you just say no login from right straight away without asking, you will get entry, right? Go ahead. So login, and then we said exec timeout 0 0. That means 0 0 space 0. Or alternatively, no exec timeout, right? Then you don't have to type 0 0. And one more last command, logging, loggi, logging, syn, logg tab, syn tab, synchronous. Right? What this does is, so supposing I'm at the privilege mode and I was trying to type here configure terminal, right? So what happens is on the real router, some syslog message will automatically come. It is not xxxx, but some one and a half lines will keep on popping here, right? Automatically it will, after 1.5 minutes, some 1.5 lines will keep on coming here, right? So XYZ. And now I have So if I am typing for the first time, what will happen? What is this? What the hell is this nonsense? Right? I will be upset. What is this? Where did this all red things? I mean, it's not in red. It's some actually some one and a half line, right? Which we can actually read. Don't worry. But it's all garbage for me. So what happened is I was actually planning to type configure terminal from the privilege mode. I typed suddenly some one and a half lines, right? Entered and my con is here, F is here, or perhaps FI is here. So I'm upset. Now I have to press Control and R. So it will re-clear and again bring me here. Now I understand till what point I had typed. You get the point? So every time it's a new, this will keep on popping after 1.5 minute, 1.5 line, right? So every time it's a headache to me. So what do? I go to the global mode, type line console 0, and I come under that and say logging synchronous. So next time onwards, supposing if I'm at the previous mode and I was trying to type configure terminal, so I typed config, but suddenly 1.5 line popped in, and if I was there, but I don't have to now type Control R, but it re-clear. I don't have to re-clear this Control R. It will automatically pull me out and I can keep on typing and it will automatically complete it. Otherwise, I have to stop, press Control R, then it will pull me out from the garbage here. Then I can continue my typing. Is this point clear, guys? Understood? Why we give this logging synchronous
So
command?
here you're talking about like multiple users, multiple admin users are there and they
No,
are
no, no, no,
typing.
no, 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 no. No, 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 no. I'm just presuming that there's only one user only. Still, it
Okay.
can happen. Okay. So it can happen in one user also. No, no issues. Okay. So because it's not a
Okay.
real router, so little bit of 95% is okay, but I can't demonstrate 5%. But I hope you get my point. Yes. So what did I do? Line console 0, exit timeout 00 and logging synchronous. Likewise, I can go under line AUX 0 and password CCNA login we have given. So I can say now no exec dash timeout or exit timeout 00 and logg tab s tab logging synchronous. Likewise, I can go under line vty space 0 space 4 and I have already given password CCNA login. So we can say now what exec timeout 00 ec dash t tab 0 space 0 minute 0 second and final logg tab s tab logging synchronous, right? Show run. Is this clear, guys? Understood hostname, understood enable secret, understood enable password. Are we going a little bit by bit ahead? Okay, are we? And have you understood this now? And similarly, have you understood this also? Similarly, have you understood this also? Line UTY 04, password CCNA login and exit timeout 00 and logging synchronous. Don't bother about the sequence of its display. Line aux0, password CCNA login, and this one or this one before and that one after that, or after the three, this one and then second last and last. Whatever. Likewise, this. Yes, guys. Any questions, any doubts regarding this? These commands. Can you do it? Have you understood the purpose? Can I strike off line auxiliary 0, password CCNA login, logging sequence, and no exit timeout? Can I
Yes.
strike this off? Yes.
Yes.
Good. Thank you. So I'll remove this.
Yes.
Can I strike off? Console is struck off. Now these two also. What does it do? What does logging synchronous do? Redisplays interrupted console input. So I was trying to input some commands on the console and it suddenly interrupted with some 1.5 lines of garbage, which I can read, but it is of no importance to me. So without pressing now Control R, it will automatically redisplay if I have given this command, logging synchronous, okay? And no exit timeout. So it won't throw me out of the console. Can I remove this also too? Yes. And now finally, line VTY 04. Can I remove the same two commands from here also? Okay. So now if somebody has telneted into me, right, and if it doesn't touch his, supposing from India I have telneted into my Australia's branch or Australia branch router or switch, whatever device. After telnetting, if I don't touch for the keyboard for 5 minutes, from AU again it will show me R1. That is India. I'll come back here, right? So it will throw me out of the telnet session. So I tell here also, right? And I tell likewise the Australian guy is connected directly with the cable and laptop on one table within 1 meter and through console port. And if he has given this, so it will not throw him out, even if it doesn't touch his keyboard for forget 5 minutes, 5 weeks or lifetime. You get it, 5 months or 5 years of lifetime. It will stay there only, whichever mode, privilege mode, global mode, line mode, router mode. You get my point, right? So and logging synchronous. So if somebody is entering to console port or to telnet or auxiliary port, and if that garbage pops in after 1.5 minute, 1.5 line, without actually again pressing Control R again and again, it will automatically, if he's typing something, it will allow him to pull him out of the garbage and allow it to type easily, right? Without pressing Control R. Yes, guys. So I hope you're understanding the logic also, right? These are some basic commands, right? So, but we should know them. Is it okay? Yes, guys. यहाँ तक सब
Yes,
ठीक
sir.
है? Till
Yes,
this point, all okay. Very good. Now
It
look.
looks good.
Good. So now, exam or interview, they may ask you to configure three types of banner also, right? So of this software, on the real router, we can configure three types of banner, but on this software, it will allow you to configure only two types of banner. This last one is not supported. There's no first and last. You can change any order, right? So one of the banner is MOTD, message of the day, second is login, and third is exec, right? So this one is not supported. But how do you configure this banner if your exam or interview or boss says, go on that Australia router and configure this banner? What do you do? We go there on the global mode.
so what's a banner?
What's a banner? So you stay in a bungalow, suppose, and you are a rich girl. I'm a poor boy. You stay in a bungalow, and what do you put on your banner on the gate, main gate? You have put a big
Oh,
photograph
okay.
of a dog,
Yes,
and
yes.
you say beware of dogs, right? Correct? To perhaps threaten the thieves. Correct? You may have a dog, you may not have a dog. So banner, where do you put? On your bungalow's front entrance, right? So that people before walking into your bungalow, right outside they read what? What? Beware of dogs. Correct? So
Banner.
then people know, although I mean the thief, whatever, people, public thief, they know, man, this rich girl has got a dog inside the bungalow. So if I'm a thief, I better mind my business, right? Properly. Because I know what's going to happen. It will bite my, like if the dog is open, bulldog, whatever. So I mean part of filmy stories also. But how do you create that? Banner. MOTD. MO. If you don't know what all banners, you can type here login and MOTD. So I'll take first MOTD. MOTD stands for message of the day. So we are just setting a message of the day. Banner MOTD. After that, I'll just pick up some symbol which I like from my keyboard, which will not be a part of the message. For example, dollar. And then I'll type here whatever message you want to type. So I'm just going to type here MOTD. In real life, you will type something else, but you will finish that banner with the same symbol, dollar. Look, now this is variable, right? I'm just giving a small demo. Now this could have been, say, for example, good morning or have a nice day or, right, let's be focused today on the job. I mean, I'm just maybe kidding also, right? Or I don't know, maybe assuming I am working in Infosys, right? Anybody who's not Indian, I hope most of us are Indians. We know what Infosys is. Narayan Murthy is the owner of Infosys, Sudha Murthy, whatever. And let's say the banner says today, let's presume, that's the imaginary scenario, gimmick story, that today Mr. Narayan Murthy is having birthday and we are all in the campus in Bangalore or Chennai, wherever, I don't know, or wherever. And in this campus, I don't know, there's a message here telling 5 p.m. everybody to assemble at, right, ground floor, Murthy Hall, whatever, to celebrate Mr. Narayan Murthy's birthday, right? 50th, whatever, 70th birthday, 60th birthday, whatever. I mean, message can be anything. You get it? It can be a security warning. Unauthorized access prohibited, right? Uh, Hackers or attackers will be subject to legal action, blah, blah, blah. It can be anything. So we are not debating on what that message will actually be. I have just put it, I could have put it monkey donkey. That's it. Instead of that, I have just put it MOTD. How do you verify this? Control Z, again exit. Look at this. Now again, I am trying to log in to the router, whichever way, console port or auxiliary telnet. Look at this. Can you see this? Good morning, or have a nice day, or happy new year, or welcome to Infosys. Some kind of a banner. Yes, guys. Imagine it is that. And then which is this password? If I'm accessing to console port, it will be console. So I'm typing here CCNA. Right? And now which is this one? Which is this password? Yes.
Secret.
Correct. So I'll type here capital CCI. That is secret. Yes, guys. Thank you so much for your understanding and cooperation. अभी गाड़ी ठीक जा रहा है?
So that is quite useful, I believe. MOTD, I think.
Sorry, MOTD is what?
I think it is very useful to showcase some message in the.
Yeah, you can just set a message of the day banner. That's it. Nothing else.
Yeah.
Okay. But remember, all the 1,000 employees of the Infosys, they are never going to log into your router. It's none of their business. Get it? Only we 3, 4 guys or 10 guys. Oh, I mean, whatever. Who are the admins?
Only the admin persons might be only logging.
Yeah, yeah. What are the
And that
thousands of,
too,
yeah. What are the thousands of employees going to do? Nothing. They don't have, they have
nothing.
to do nothing with this user mode, privilege mode, right? They don't have to configure your routers, isn't it? You know this better. Those of you are working in companies and even not working, isn't it?
Right.
So I think now we are understanding a little bit of commands, but unfortunately, I don't see a lot of time here. This we know, this we know. And I'll explain you all these things on Monday. Monday, right? From Monday again. Because again, unfortunately, we have a weekend coming up. So we'll meet on Monday and okay, ignore this. So if I want to remove this, I'll just go on the global mode. Okay, I just created a software only port, right? Just to create more entries in the round table. But don't worry, this is not to be explained right now. Oh, sorry. Configure terminal. No interface. Loop back. Only a software logical port, right? 0. Do show run. So now that loopback 0 is gone. I'll remove this loopback 0. Again, a software only port. Interface loopback 1 port. Sorry. No interface loopback 1. That is what I should have typed. Do show run. So loopback 0 is gone. Loopback 1 is also gone. They were here. And we have this physical port. They were logical only ports, right? Don't worry, we don't have to always create them. But you can create if you want. And I'll explain you why it is, why you can create them later on. Okay. And I don't want, okay. So I'll remove this also. Some routing protocol, which we'll talk of later on. Look at this banner MOTD. Got it? Now we created this. There's one more banner. Go on the global mode and type banner. MOTD is set. Likewise, you can set login. So I'll type here login and I can take any symbol that I want, which will not be a message part of the message. I'm just going to type here login again and with the same symbol so that the iOS knows only this much has to be displayed as a login banner, right? As a login banner. Enter, right? It is actually login. I forgot here to type N, but it's okay. Now Control Z, exit. So look at this banner MOTD and login banner also. Now read this as something else. Got it? Message can be different. Whatever your exam says or boss says or company says or interviewer says, you can put that there. I just put here monkey donkey messages. I mean, some garbage messages. Okay, again, this is console port because presumably I am connecting to the console port, management port and user mode. And this is enable secret. So this is going to be CCI. So far, so good, guys. Yes or no? Understood this, this. Three things. And this we know how to enable a port and give also IP address and subnet mask. And these two more additions, right?
Right.
So I can go and remove this also. And likewise, and this also we have understood, right? Console and auxiliary and tenant, end of it. More I will explain on Monday. But for now, there was one more command. Which was it? But it is not supported. Banner exec, right? Banner. But if you have a real router, it will support there. So if I go on the global mode and type banner exec, it won't. Look, 5 minutes I don't touch it. Man, I'm on the switch. I don't want to be. I can give it on the switch also, not an issue. You can give all these commands on the switch also. Not an issue at all. Where am I? So configure terminal, banner. So that banner exec is not there, right? It's not supported. So you can't type here exec. Okay. Otherwise, similarly, you give the same command. Banner exec and whatever message you want to type, you can give that. But where am I? Here. So now can I remove this also? Understood? If somebody asks you in the interview or exam, create this, show me how to configure a banner MOTD for me. Put this message in the banner, right? Whatever, XYZ.
So
Can you
this
do this?
question might come in like in the CCNA. I
No,
was just wondering, it is very simple.
earlier it used to come very early, right? Very
Okay.
olden days. Nowadays, don't expect this to come in the exam.
Yeah, so I believe that it's very simple. Okay, fine.
You are absolutely right. It's very simple. Don't even think of such stupid things it will ask you to do. I mean, such easy things, not stupid things. Such easy things it will ask you to
Right.
do in the exam. Forget it, right? But you get my point?
Yes, sir. Got it.
Great. So at least I will remove this from here. That means we have covered this, right? Okay. Okay. So, and this, you know how to give a IP address and no shut, how to enable the port. Yes? Yes or no? To any port. How to give an IP address and how to enable the port by giving no shut command. Enabling the port means giving the no shut command. Shutting down the port means, or disabling the port logically means go under the port and say shut down. That means you don't want to use that port. Port or interface, same thing. Yes or no? Likewise, you can just give a description also. This is Mumbai Andheri LAN, or right, this maybe connection from here is going to the ISP and it's a MPLS VPN connection. So you can type a description, MPLS VPN connection towards ISP A, whatever. You get it? This message, you can put anything, monkey donkey. Yes, guys. Understood this, and can you do this much also? Or have you done this much? Description, don't worry, it's not a compulsion, it's only a mandatory, not a mandatory, but optional command. Description, blah, 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 blah. It only describes what this port is, what type of connection it is. Yes or no? I need to hear from you, yes or no.
Yes,
Only
sir.
after that, yeah, thank you. Only after that, I can delete this. Without your permission, without showing you, without your approval, I am not going to delete anything and I'm going to save this. Okay. So rest, I think we can have a nice weekend. And have you done this? Copy and start or WR? Yes. Can I remove this also?
Yes, we have done.
Sorry.
Yes, we have done it.
Yeah, we have done it. Okay. So yes, more details. We'll keep on going like this. We'll do everything. Don't worry. But not today. ठीक है यहाँ तक today all okay for today guys everybody any questions
Yes,
any
sir.
doubts Deepti Neeraj Aditya
All good.
all
My
good great thank you so much for
Yeah,
the
good, sir.
nice
Yes, sir.
feedbacks
Thank you. Thank you so
great
much,
These
sir.
were
yes
practical things more.
Thank you, DJ.
yeah
Thanks
thank
a
you
lot.
everybody yes all these practicals please keep on doing everybody at home
Yes, sir. Sure.
great
Yeah,
thank you
sure.